For a second time this week, the Trump administration is floating a major change to the housing market. This time, it's for portable mortgages.
The Federal Housing Finance Agency says that it is actively evaluating the proposal, which is designed to tackle the nation's shortage of available homes. We want to bring in our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young, who's been following these proposals. Taylor, never heard of a portable mortgage. We're all learning about this. How does it work?
Yeah, so say you're a homeowner and you're looking to move, right? So instead of taking out a whole new mortgage on your new home, that mortgage moves with you, including your locked-in interest rate. So your mortgage would no longer be tied to a property, it would be tied to you as a person. And the reason why I think this proposal is popping up now is because during the pandemic, we saw interest rates plummet. Buyers flooded the market, and it is estimated more than half of U.S. homeowners today have an interest rate below 4%. Now, put yourself in those homeowners' shoes. You would probably be less inclined to move into a new home, given that interest rates have now risen and are stuck between 6 and 7% for a few years now. So the hope here is by letting people keep their low rates, it would encourage more people to move, freeing up more inventory for first-time buyers.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
So when we hear portable mortgage, that's exactly what I thought. But it sounds really good, right? So are there any risks or drawbacks to this?
So where things get a little bit risky is if you are a homeowner looking to move into a bigger or more expensive home. So say you have a family, you bought your first home in 2021, maybe you want an upgrade, more square footage. You would end up actually having to pay up front the difference. So here's an example of that. So say you bought a $500,000 home in 2021. Again, you're now looking to upgrade maybe to a $550,000 home. With a portable mortgage, you would have to pay that $50,000 difference right up front, either in cash or with another separate loan, which would of course put you into more debt. So that is one of the risks here, is if you are a homeowner using this portable mortgage and you're going into a more expensive home, who this would really benefit is people who are trying to either downsize, buy a cheaper home. Maybe think of your older homeowners that maybe want to downsize, or you're going to find a home that costs the exact same amount, which good luck.
Yeah, that
that's the hard
rarely
part.
happens. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned earlier maybe more inventory for like first-time home buyers. How does this help that group?
So they're not actually being impacted directly by this, right? Because the whole premise is that you're taking your low interest mortgage and moving it with you to your new home. As we know, first-time buyers do not have a mortgage here, so they're not being directly impacted by this. But where they could see kind of a ripple effect is, again, we have had Americans staying in their homes in 2025 longer than ever before. And a big part of that, again, is because they're holding on to those low interest rates. They don't want to pay more for their monthly mortgage. So what this could do, again, is those first-time buyers could indirectly benefit because we would see more people moving out of those first-time homes around that $400,000 price range.
Okay, so as we mentioned earlier this week, we talked about a 50-year mortgage, and now we're talking about portable mortgages. What's behind the shakeup and trying to kind of get new ideas out here?
Yeah, so I mean, just 3 days ago, we were up here talking about the 50-year mortgage, which essentially drags out the length of the loan so that you're paying lower monthly mortgages. Now, the biggest pushback to that proposal is that it doesn't address the root problem, which is supply. Right now, the U.S. has a housing shortage of about $1 million homes. 1 million home shortage. So this proposal would actually kind of tackle what that one is missing.
Okay.
So we have the 50-year mortgage tackling the affordability, the lower monthly mortgage rates that you would be paying, and this one theoretically would tackle supply. So these two together could actually be very beneficial, but as we know, with both the 50-year and the portable, there are risks with both of them. I do think this is happening now because we know that there's a lot of Americans trying to get into homes right now, and the Trump administration is trying to find creative ways to make that happen.
Interesting.
Yeah, sure is. All right, Taylor, thank you. Appreciate that.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.